to get a better Zoom package. So we've got an hour for our yoga this morning. So I'm going to work you well. Remember, if any of the exercises feel a bit too strong or you feel you're going too fast, then A, slow it down, and B, you can always skip a pose if you wish to. Do as much or as little of this practice as you want to this morning. And remember, yogis, to take it carefully. If you've got an injury or a sprain, please don't push yourselves, okay? Your yoga, your chair yoga included in that, should not hurt. We are not here to hurt ourselves, remember. Good morning. Okay, so let's start. First of all, I'm going to take the block to one side. I don't need that. But if you do, have your feet on a block. And we'll start by working those major joints in the body. We want to warm up. So first of all, with the feet about hip width apart, sitting tall in the chair, let's start to rotate those shoulders back. And I want you to do that at least 8 times backwards, slowly. Gazing ahead. Nice deep breathing. Through the nostrils if you can, yogis. So mouth is gently closed, breathing through the nostrils. And then let's do between 6 and 8 forwards as well. Go nice and slowly, go at the pace that suits you. Rotating the shoulders forwards, just untying any knots there. Okay, once more if we can, and relax, good. Okay, so we're going to start with the toes. We'll work up into the joints of the feet and ankles. We'll then work a little bit, as we often do, in the knees and hips. And then we'll be in the upper body, we'll work the hands, the fingers, the wrist joints, the elbow joints, and the shoulder and neck joints. So that hopefully, even though it's warm outside, our body's a little more open and more energized, and we've warmed up. So let's start with the feet, yogis. Both toes, or all of the toes, sorry, we're going to scrunch them up as if we were scrunching up newspaper balls and flick them away. You can add the breath to this, breathing in as we scrunch up the toes, breathing out as I flick them away. 10 of those if you can, yogis. Inhaling, scrunching up the toes, exhaling, flicking away. Breathing in, breathing out. Just go at your own pace. If you get a little bit of cramp, then you can just pause. That's it. Inhaling, exhaling. So what we're doing is just warming up, opening and stretching into the toes. It's known in yoga as toe bending. In our case, toe scrunching. Breathing in, breathing out. A couple more times in your own time, yogis. Breathing in as we scrunch, breathing out as we flick the toes away. Good. Once more in your own time. And then relax the toes, yogis. Even look at them if you wish to. And imagine you were trying to fan the toes apart. So just encouraging a nice stretch between each toe without straining. And then relax the toe and fanning them apart once more. And then relaxing them. And once more fanning the toes apart and relaxing them. Good. So if we're lucky enough this time of year, we're probably wearing sandals, but if we're not and we're putting trainers on, our feet get very scrunched up. So it's essential that we stretch into the toes, particularly when we're doing our balancing work a bit later on. So I want you to raise just your right foot now, yogis. Have the left foot anchored down, and again, readjust yourself so you're tall in your chair, and let's simply flex that foot backwards and forwards. And again, we'll do 10 of those. So an inhalation and an exhalation is 1 round. I'd like you to do 10 rounds slowly. Inhale as you draw the toes towards you. Exhale as you push the toes away from you. And my leg is no higher than my hip. You can sit back and make sure your spine feels connected to the chair and you feel upright and comfortable in the spine. We're just flexing that foot, the right foot. Inhaling as we draw the toes towards us. Exhale as we push away. Now, if 10 feels too many, your leg starts to get heavy or tired, then just do 5 and place the foot back on the floor when you need to. Please don't strain. Using the breath helps us to synchronize that breath and be aware of the breath as well. Let's do 1 more in your own time, yogis. And then let's start to untie the knots in the ankle joints. So I'm making small rotations clockwise, about 10 of those again if you can, slowly. and then about 10 counterclockwise. And again, just simply halve this. If 10 feels too many, just do 5. Just want you to think about this as a great way to strengthen the ankle joints and loosen them, because it's still the morning and we're very gently hoping to, remove the stiffness and then release. Okay, and we'll start on the other side. So raising the left foot now, flexing backwards and forwards gently, using the breath as you do so. Inhale as the toes come towards you. Exhale as you push the heel away. 10 times, remember, 10 of those slowly in your own time if you can, or halving that and simply doing 5 if that feels easier and more comfortable this morning. Just noticing whether one heel, one foot, one ankle feels easier on one side than the other. Noticing those left and right differences. A couple of more of those in your own time. Then let's start to rotate into the ankle. So about 10 clockwise, nice and slowly. 10 counterclockwise. Again, if you've got any ankle issues, just go gently, because, it's quite a wide movement. A third of the bones in our body, remember, are in our feet. So we want to go gently into these ankles. So 10 of those in both directions, and then release the foot down. Good. So you might even feel as if the foot feels a bit warmer now. So let's synchronize that movement together now, utilizing both the left and right. We're going to bring the feet up, again, no higher than the hips. Push one forwards, one back. Inhaling as you do, bring one forwards. Exhaling as you bring the opposite foot forwards. Alternate stretches into the feet. Sitting back, again, make sure your spine feels comfortable with this movement as well, that you're not straining the spine or abdomen. Good, just a couple more of those, utilizing left and right hemispheres of our brain and to communicate all the way down to our feet. It's quite a long way. So good for cerebral health, good for brain function. Then we're going to bring the feet together and do some wide circles, and you may feel this more in the upper thigh muscles and possibly the knees. So we're strengthening the legs as well as the ankles here. 5 or 6 in one direction slowly, and 5 or 6 slowly in the other. Remember to keep the breath relaxed, even through the nostrils as you breathe if you can. Good. And then release down. Now, just a little bit of fun here with the feet. You can have a go if you wish to. Bless you. So we're going to bring one ankle beginning in one direction and the opposite ankle, in the other direction. Just a little bit of fun there. Alternate circles. Hopefully you're having a bit of fun with this. Don't take it too seriously. Excellent, well done. And then pause and start the opposite foot firstly in the opposite direction, and then have a go with the other one in the opposite direction. And I can do one side, but I very much find the other side quite difficult. But again, it's just having a go, and then release. You might feel that on your thighs. So feet are nice and energized and open, and more importantly, the joints are now open and energized, which is great. We're going to move up the body. We've worked the toes, the feet, the ankles, and now, of course, moving into the knee. If you've got knee issues, take this very carefully. If you prefer to skip, you can do. I'm going to interlace the fingers underneath my right thigh, and I'm going to draw the knee in, but I'm going to sit tall, and I'm going to exhale and simply stretch that leg as far forward as I can, flexing the toes towards me. My leg is no higher than my hip, and we do 6. Inhale and exhale. So this is strengthening for the knee joint, energizing and strengthening for the knee joint. Breathing in, breathing out. 3 more if you can. Inhale, exhale, breathing in, gently breathing out as you flex the toes towards you. Let's do 2 more, in fact, if we can. It's a great stretch, a great strengthener for the knee joint. Good. Place the leg down and we will switch sides. Now I'm interlacing underneath the left thigh, gazing ahead, trying to keep the spine tall in the chair. Exhale, flex those toes towards you. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice one leg may feel easier. So for me, my left side feels easier than my right. Noticing we may also have physical differences. 3 more slowly. And don't get too disheartened. Remember, if 6 feels too many, then simply halve what I give you and do 3. Please don't strain. Once more if you can. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. Okay, let's come forward. A little bit of work into the hip joint now. So I'm going to come forwards, but make sure I'm very much on my seat. I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together carefully. Hands, this is important, the heel of my hand resting on the inner knee. The heel of my hand resting on my inner knee. And all I'm doing is exerting a little bit of pressure there in these butterfly bounces. So the soles of my feet coming together, making sure that my bottom's still on the chair. I'm not tipping too far forwards, sitting tall, and those little pulses. So we're working the groin area, in fact, all the way down to the inner ankle, but we're opening into those tight hips, okay? Untightening the hips. And that's the place where many of us find we're stiff and tight. So go gently, try and keep the spine tall, and above all, keep the breath relaxed. Don't hold or suspend the breath here, yogis. Okay, let's inhale, bring the knees together, exhale and open. Inhale, bring the knees together. Exhale and open. And every time you do that, again, use the heel of the hand, gently pushing on the inner knee, but not too strong. Breathing in, legs come together, stand tall, sit tall, sorry. Exhale. 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale. Now I want you to do 2 more slowly if you can. Last one. Good. And release and relax. Good work. So let's just take a moment to take the feet, spread them again, and just close the eyes, yogis. Just take 1 or 2 long breaths here. Notice the joints of the lower half of the body. Notice physically, does the lower half of your body feel a little warmer, a little more open? It gives us a moment just to connect with the sensations and appreciate those openings. Now, perhaps, I hope, the lower half of your body now feeling a little more open and energized and warmer. And then compare that to the upper body. Does it feel the same? Connect back to the breath. Take a long, deep breath in and an easy breath out. And then open the eyes. Okay, so maybe noticing that lower half feels a little more open or lighter now. So we're going to complement that by harmonizing and doing the upper body now. And we're going to start with the hands. So let's take the arms to shoulder height, yogis. Make a loose fist. So the thumb inside the 4 fingers. And we're going to breathe in, open the hands, exhale. Inhale, exhale as you open. Breathing in, loose fist, breathing out and open. 6 more of those slowly. Just as you did with your feet, yogis, we're breathing in as we make the loose fist. Arms are straight, breathing out as we accentuate and open the fingers as widely as we can. Try not to hurt the fingers, so not straining. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 or 3 more in your own time if you can. Synchronizing movement with breath. And it's so much easier then to keep an awareness on the breath. Once more, and relax the arms. You'll find the arms get quite heavy with this work as well. Let's work into the wrists. Let's make a loose fist and bring the right arm up. And just start to rotate into the wrist, maybe 10 times clockwise. Again, try to isolate the movement gently, just in the wrist. Slow it down if you need to. And then 10 times counterclockwise. So we're untying the knots in the wrist joints. Again, if 10 feels too many, simply do half of what I give you. 5 will be absolutely brilliant. And then release, switching sides. Now I've made a loose fist with the left arm. I'm going to start to rotate in one direction 10 times slowly. If you're doing a lot of computer work and you're working from home, again, these areas get tight and stiff. Wonderful exercises to do before you do any computer work, yogis. Really great for untying the knots there, improving the energy and improving suppleness. And then release. Now, remember we did a little bit of sort of ankle gym work. We're going to do the same with the arms. We bring them both up to shoulder height now. Make 2 loose fists. And I'm going to begin one in one direction, one in the opposite direction. I find this so much easier than my feet. Again, don't worry if it's not happening. I simply want you to have a go. One in one direction, one in the opposite direction. Again, just talking to the wrists, communicating with our body, and then pause and begin the opposite one. Firstly, in one direction, see if the other one will go in the opposite direction. And again, don't worry if it's not happening. I just want you to have a go. Don't forget to breathe and then release down when you're ready. Well done. So excellent work, as I say. If you do a lot of typing, if you're on the computer, the laptop, do think about doing these every morning. They are so beneficial to stop and again remove stiffness. Now we're going to imagine we're pushing against that imaginary wall. So we're still working on wrist joints, arms at shoulder height. I'm trying to imagine my fingers pointing towards the ceiling as I breathe in. And as I breathe out, I simply drop at the wrist. Inhale, push against the imaginary wall, and exhale to release. 6 of those. Inhale and exhale. This is working the whole arms. Make sure your arms are no higher than the shoulders. Have a quick look. Arms and elbows straight. 3 more. Inhale, exhale to drop. 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Last time. Inhale and exhale. And don't sort of discredit this work, yogis. It may feel quite gentle. It may not feel like you're doing a lot. But trust me, when you open the entire body and you release the energy in the joints, the rest of the day you'll find moving about so much easier. We're going to do a little bit into our elbows now. So palms facing the ceiling, arms at shoulder height. A very simple exercise to work the elbow joint. Inhale, bringing the hands to the shoulders. Exhale and open. Take a moment to make sure your feet are flat and your spine is tall again. And 6 of those in your own time. Inhale as we bring the fingers to the shoulders. Exhale as we open. 3 more in your own time, yogis. And the last time. Good work. And release and relax the arms down. So if we're on the computer a lot all day, even if we're gardening outside, shoulders, neck and head are prone to tightness. Remember, the head weighs the weight of a bowling ball. It's a lot for your shoulders and neck to carry. So let's untie the knots in our shoulders. What we're first going to do, very, very gently for the shoulders, is shrug them up as we breathe in. And as we exhale, we just release the pressure. 10 of those. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep going. Do as many as you can. We deliberately put the pressure on and then we release it. Breathing in, shrugging the shoulders, breathing out. 3 or 4 more if you can. Two more. 1 more. Good. Now just start to rotate that right shoulder back again, about 5 times slowly, and then 5 times forwards. Just want you to isolate the movement just in the right shoulder. Good. And then with the opposite. The left shoulder goes back 5 times slowly, and really slow this down. Remember, if this area is a bit tight, go gently, and 5 forward slowly. Okay. And release. Good. Okay, now let's take the right hand to the right shoulder if we can, and start to draw small circles in a forwards direction. Imagine you've got a pencil on the end of that right elbow, and you're trying to draw small, accurate little circles. Again, let's go for 10 forwards if we can, and then 10 backwards. I want you to make sure you're looking forwards, so the head and neck are in a central position. You've got tightness here, go gently. And then release and switch sides. So forwards. That's it, looking forwards, keep the spine tall, and then going backwards, the same movement, going backwards now. So excellent for mobility. Most of us find the range of motion in our shoulders quite tight, so don't be too crestfallen if that's very tight, have a go. Let's try both together now, hands on the shoulders. Imagine you're trying to draw big wide circles in front of your nose, yogis. Don't worry if the elbows don't come together. We'll do 4 slowly. Oh, that feels so good in the shoulders, doesn't it? I mean, it may be very tight, but it's so good for loosening this area. Once more if you can. And then a few backwards. Breathing in, breathing out as you lower. Inhale as the elbows come towards one another. Exhale. A couple more if you can. And don't worry if the elbows don't come together. With practice and perseverance, you'll find you will get more supple here if you practice regularly. Good. And release. I'd like us to focus on the head and neck carefully. If you've got any issues with your head and neck, you can skip this part, okay? Go very gently. So we're sitting tall. Last part of our joint exercises, we're going to inhale to the right smoothly. Exhale and glide to the left. Slow it right down. Inhale, turning to one side, just as far as you can, don't strain. Exhale to the other side. Now what's important here, yogis, is that the spine's tall, you're sitting comfortably, and you're just turning the head on the inhalation to one side, smoothly gliding as you exhale to the other. Just a few more slowly if you can. Again, if you've got any issues with your neck, you can skip this pose altogether. Last time, breathing in, breathing out, and come back to center. Let's do a little bit more work on the sides of the neck, which pretty much get disregarded. We need to make sure that we stretch gently there because that affects our shoulders and even our spines. So with my right hand, I take it and rest it by my left ear. And very gently, to enhance the stretch, I'm just pulling ever so gently towards my right, accentuating a stretch. And with my left arm, I'm going to flick the fingers away, straight arm, and feel that stretch all the way down into the fingertips. Hold that if you can for 2 or 3 slow breaths. Make sure you're not straining. Nice deep breathing there. Focus on the stretch, but again, please don't strain. This is a strong exercise, so go into it gently. One more deep breath in and out. Come back carefully. Good. And we'll switch sides. Left hand again, pressing gently on my right ear. Firstly, I take the head over. Then I want to take the right arm out and flick the fingers up. That accentuates the stretch. Now for me, this side feels much easier. Just notice if left and right sides of your neck do feel different physically, and know that that's very normal. Aim to keep the spine tall. Make sure you're not looking down, you're looking forwards, and hold that again for a few more deep breaths. And exhale to release. Well done, yogis. Now, if that felt comfortable, we'll do one more exercise to finish with the back of the neck. Again, you can skip this if you have any neck issues. I'm going to breathe in and carefully drop my chin to my chest. I hold the breath for a few seconds, no longer, dropping my shoulders, enjoying the stretch all the way down to the low back. And as I exhale, I simply bring my head back to the center. Now do take care, because if you feel dizzy or it doesn't feel comfortable, stop now. Otherwise, we'll do 2 more slowly. Breathing in firstly, suspending the breath as the chin comes towards the chest, drop the shoulders, enjoy the stretch in the back of the neck all the way down to the low spine. And exhale carefully as you rise up, gaze ahead. And we'll do that once more for those that find that comfortable. Stop if you need to. Inhaling, chin to chest. Hold for a few moments, a few seconds. It may feel quite a tight stretch, so go gently, and then when you're ready, exhale back to center. Good work, yogis. So again, let's just close the eyes just for a few deep breaths, hands resting on our thighs, spine tall, and let's take the awareness for a moment to the upper body. Notice if the upper body feels warm or tingly, more open now and energized like the lower half. Just a moment to notice any sensations and to connect back with your breathing. I just want you to enjoy 2 long, even breaths here. Keep just observing the sensations in your upper body. And then gently open the eyes. Hopefully you're feeling a little lighter now in the upper body. And now we've opened the major joints of the body. We're going to move on with some more yoga work. So what we're going to start with is a nice spinal twist. So we come forwards on the chair, hands again on the shoulders, and we're going to inhale and exhale, breathing into one side. This is warming the spine up now. Exhaling to the other. I'm still sitting on the chair, but I've come forwards, breathing into one side, breathing out to the other. We're moving from the major joints now. We want to warm that spine up. And again, just coming forwards on the chair, make sure your feet are flat, hip width apart. Inhale, just again to one side, exhale to the other. This provides a flexion for the spine, but equally the sides of the body. Just noticing one side may feel quite tight, so go smoothly, go even slower than me if you want to. Absolutely fine to slow it down. Inhale, exhale, keep going, a few more if you can. Go gently again if you've got any issues with the spine. Don't over sort of stretch here or twist. Once more to each side, yogis, slowly. Try and keep those knees together, straight, sorry, not together, straight, and release. Good. So let's move it up a tempo now. Same exercise, but can you see? Elbows bent, arms at shoulder height. Inhaling now, exhaling. So this provides more of a warm up and stretch for the upper back. I keep my elbows at shoulder height, palms facing down. Same movement. I'm just trying to move the waist and upper body. Legs are relatively still. Inhale to one side smoothly. Exhale. And again, go gently. Slow it down if you need to. Wonderful for the waist. Wonderful for mid to upper back health. Now, if you're enjoying this and you'd like to do more chair yoga, again, feedback to Rob, feedback on our question and answer session. I think we're having another one next week for those that missed it, from 2:30 on a Wednesday, coffee, virtual coffee, of course, with everybody, and a Q&A session. I think Rob said he was wanting to do another one. But any feedback about any of the classes that you're taking part in or any other suggestions, we really value your feedback, so do get in touch. Once more to each side, yogis, breathing in, breathing out. Ooh, and come back. Brilliant work. Okay, I want us to do some more upper body work now. One more exercise so that I know your spines are really warm, is to, don't you sit to the side. This is so you can see the exercise. You stay where you are, yogis. Just me moving to the side. Again, I move forward, my feet hip width apart. hands here. And this is that cat-cow pose that we often like to do just to warm the spine up. So let me show you the first one. Palms down. I'm going to inhale, lift my sternum and chest, carefully looking towards the ceiling. As I exhale, can you see I'm leaning back? I almost call it a slumping back, chin to chest, arms straight, but hands remain on those knees. Inhale, tucking the elbows in, looking up, raising the sternum and chest. Exhale, chin to chest. Now let's keep going. Breathing in, looking up. What a wonderful way to warm the entire spine. This is one of my favorite exercises with chair yoga. I want to share it with you. Such a lovely way to warm the entire spine. Breathing in, you can lift high, take care of the back of the neck. Exhale, tucking the chin in, slumping. Let those hands remain on the knees. And know that just this one exercise every morning will circulate energy up and down the spine like mercury in a tube, really allowing all of the energy to move more efficiently up and down the spinal cord. There's nothing better for your spine than this movement. And of course, this is that cat-cow movement that we often do on our mats in a mat-based exercise. And as you can see, we can transport that exercise to the chair. Most of what we do on the mat, we can do on the chair. And that's the wonderful, versatile thing about chair yoga. It's actually taking every single pose in yoga and adapting it in the chair so that everybody has that experience, which I want you to all have. Let's do one more slowly. Inhaling, exhaling. Oh, good. So our spines are now lovely and warm. I'm going to turn back to you. You stay where you are. It's great, really, that you could see that movement happening in my spine because it's happening in yours as well. So sit again, nice and comfortably. And hopefully, if you've managed to, if you can't, quickly go and grab a couple of cans from the kitchen cupboard and we're going to do some resistance work. We're halfway through our practice already. So we've warmed up, and that's why now is a sensible time and an appropriate time to use the cans. Now, if I just put them down for a second, if you don't want to use cans, if that's too much, then make a loose fist, and by that, the thumbs inside the four fingers wrapped around. You could be doing this exercise and this exercise without your cans, okay? So either use the cans or, as I say, make a loose fist if you don't want to use that and do resistance work. Do make sure your feet are flat, hip width apart. Take a moment to sit tall again. Take a deep breath in and a releasing breath out. Okay, yogis, here we go. We're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Okay, so as I breathe in, I come into a curl. I'm going to exhale, take the cans over my head, bring them together. Inhale back to shoulders. Exhale and release. So we're going to try and do that for about a minute slowly. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and breathing out. Just keep going. Slow it right down if you want to. Just go at the pace that suits you. Inhale, exhale, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so do, if you can, coordinate the movement with the breath. We want to synchronize breath and movement. That way, we're not going to forget to breathe, but it's going to mean that we've got more awareness of breath and movement. And that's so important for just great awareness of body and breath. Keep going, yogis. A few more. Go at the pace again. Slow it right down. The pace that suits you. Let's do 3 more slowly. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. If you've got little weights, and I know some of you have, then that's great. Use your weights. But if you haven't, then these cans are brilliant. Okay. We've got 1 more to do. Okay. 1 more set to do in your own time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Brilliant. Let's take those down. We'll probably use those again. And now, yogis, we're going to do a little bit of punching. We want to get that heart rate up. So in front of us, we envisage a punch bag, okay? Again, let's make 2 loose fists and keep the arms at shoulder height and just start gently punching towards your bag. Punching, punching, keeping the breath relaxed. You can go faster or you can slow it right down, remember. Go at the pace that suits you. We're imagining we've got a punch bag in front of us, punching away but sitting, working the heart, working the arms. Keep the breath relaxed. Go a little faster if you want to, but slow it down if you wish to. Please don't strain. Keep the breath relaxed. That's it. Keep going. A couple more. We're trying to do everything for about a minute, but not straining. Nice deep breathing. I've got a squeaky chair here. And slowing it down. Woo, well done. And relax there. Take a deep breath in. And sigh the breath away by opening the mouth and let's do that 3 times. Breathing in through the nostrils. Open the mouth and sigh the breath away. Once more, breathing in. Great, and we're going to go again for 1 minute. So my ticket timer here is going to time me for 1 minute. Are we ready? 2 loose fists again, and let's go. These punches can be small, yogis. They can be fast, at the pace that suits you. Visualizing that you're punching a bag in front of you, keeping the arms strong and straight. Envisage that bag at shoulder height. Nice deep breathing, getting the heart rate up. Punching, punching, go slower if you want to, go faster if you feel you can. Main thing is, please don't force or push yourself. We're not here to hurt ourselves, remember. Punching, punching. Great. Now, couple more times. Working the arms, working the heart, working the whole of the torso. Make sure you're breathing steadily. Stop if you need to. Absolutely fine to stop. Slow it down. Whew, and relax. Good. Notice you're feeling warmer now. Let's take 3 breaths. Breathe in gently. Sigh the breath away. Breathing in. And once more. Opening the mouth. Excellent work, yogis. We're going to come up now and do some standing work. So I'll just move my cans to one side. Hopefully you can all see me. We've got the chair. I'm going to turn my chair to the side. You're going to face the back of your chair, hands on the chair to support you. And we're just going to do a little bit of leg work. So with the outer leg, the first leg, in my case, the right leg, inhale and exhale. Inhale, taking out to the side, and exhale. I'm trying to stand tall, looking ahead, breathing in, breathing out. 10 of those. Inhale and exhale. Quite fast if you can. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in as I raise, breathing out. Just keep going. Slow it down, remember, if you wish to. Try to gaze ahead, holding onto the chair gently for support. 3 more. And last time. Good. And I'm going to move my chair to the other side so you can see the same movement with the opposite leg now. Standing with my hands on the chair. Inhale, exhale. I'm looking forwards. I'm trying not to lean, trying to keep the spine tall, using the breath again. Inhale, leg comes out, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale. 3 more if you can. I'm doing them fairly fast. You can slow it down, remember. 1 more after this if you can, last time. And release. Good work. Okay, let's go back to the first part of the chair again, but this time stand to the side. So the back of the chair, one hand, plenty of space, give yourself plenty of space so that you can take the leg out to the side. We're going to add the arm now, same exercise. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, taking the outer arm to shoulder height. Exhale, the same arm. 5 of those. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. I'm leaning a little bit into the chair. That's only natural, but I'm trying to just utilize my body, but support. Let's keep going. A few more if we can. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. 4 more. I want you to get used to doing these repetitions slowly. Good. 2 more slowly. Lovely. Last time. Excellent work. Well done. Let's switch sides. Again, make sure you've got plenty of room. I've used a mat today so that we don't slip. Inhale and exhale. I find this side easier. Again, I'd like you to notice and experience in your own bodies, left and right differences. Breathing in as we raise, breathing out as we lower. So we want to do a few more, 4 or 5 more if we can. And you can repeat this in your own time. It's great for balance. It's great for strengthening the legs, coordinating breath with movement. 2 more slowly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now let's go back to the first side. And for those that are using a can, grab 1 can, okay? Again, I'm going to stand to the side, holding onto the back of the chair. We're going to curl up and bring the outside knee up as well. And exhale. 10 of those. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Try 3 or 4 more slowly. If you find that I'm giving you too many, if 8 or 10 feel too many, then just halve what I give you. You could simply do 4. We're going to do 1 more slowly after this. Good. And then we're again going to switch sides. Okay, so I've changed sides now. Again, I curl in and bring the knee in, trying to look forwards. This is my better side. You may notice left and right differences. One side feeling stronger. Again, that's great body awareness when we can notice that in our bodies. And we accept that, but of course we're strengthening both sides equally, creating more of a balance, more harmony through the body. 2 or 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Looking forwards. Aim to keep the standing legs straight and strong. 1 more if you can. Last time. Good work. Well done. We'll put that can down and we'll try a balance now. So again, going to the side of the chair. Okay, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just remind yourself every now and then just to connect with the breath. We're going to draw the knee in and aim to take it out to the side. We looked at this last week as well. It's a great way to open into the hip. Can you see the toes of my right foot are flexed upwards, heel down? So I've ignited the foot. Left leg is strong, holding onto the chair, opening into my right knee and hip, gazing ahead and holding for as long as you comfortably can, maybe 2 or 3 deep breaths. Carefully place the sole of the right foot below the left knee and add the arm, coming into tree. Gazing ahead, hold for 2 or 3 deep breaths if you can. Try not to lean into the chair, so I'm not doing this. Aiming to keep the standing legs strong and straight, and I'm very mindful of keeping my spine tall. Nice deep breathing, lengthening up, looking ahead. Wonderful strengthener for the spine. Trying to keep my right knee open. And release. Good work. Okay, not sure how long we've got, but plenty of time to do these exercises. Got about 15 minutes. Okay, so do you remember firstly, taking the knee in, the left knee, taking it out carefully. My right leg is strong. I'm trying to again keep my spine tall, using the chair to aid me. Left knee open, left hip open, flexing the toes towards me, holding for several deep breaths. Tree pose is great for strengthening the body, for focus and one-pointedness, gazing ahead and breathing. And then carefully, let's take the sole of the left foot and rest it on the inner right calf. Make sure you're not pressing into the knee, yogis. Raise the left arm up, coming into the tree pose. Uttanasana. Again, try and keep the spine on this side as if it were lengthening skywards. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths. And again, just notice left and right differences in our body. I find this side slightly easier to hold. You may be the same. But again, just noticing those physical differences in our body and knowing that they're just part of being human. And let's exhale to release. Carefully release the leg down. Excellent work, yogis. Let's come back to the first side. And we're just going to do a little bit of a stretch for the backs of the legs. So what I'm doing is I'm taking I'll start with my right foot in between the chair legs, left foot, can you see? I'm going to step away, left foot turned out, right foot and right hips facing the back of the chair. And I'm going to bend. I'm bending the front knee and I can feel a gentle stretch and pull on the back left calf. So just make sure your hips are facing the back of the chair, your hands resting on the chair. I'm quite wide. I bend the front knee, I turn the back heel out, and hopefully you're feeling a nice deep stretch there. Hold for 4 breaths. Such a nice way to work the hamstrings, sinking down as far as you can, but gazing ahead to keep the spine tall. We're now going to release the hands if we wish to, only if we wish to, and bring the arms up, palms facing. Okay, so we're coming into an unaided warrior 1. Nice deep breathing. Again, if you don't want to leave the hands on the chair, so if you don't want to raise the arms upwards, your hands will still be on the back of the chair. Nice deep breathing as we look ahead. And then we exhale, hands come back to the chair, step forwards, and we switch sides. So let's make sure the hips again facing the chair. The left foot in between the chair legs, bending the knee, and it's the right heel that's turned out. I'm rooting down through my right heel and looking ahead. Okay, and you may notice one side feeling tighter in the calf and hamstring than the other. Hold on to the chair, but gaze ahead. Keep the spine tall. And again, bending deeply, but it's really important that that back right heel is rooting down. It's not coming off the floor. And for those that wish to, inhaling, raising the arms and coming into warrior, gazing ahead, palms facing, lengthening the torso and holding for 3 or 4 deep breaths if you can. Remember, yogis, you don't have to raise the arms. Your hands could still be resting on the back of the chair. If that feels more comfortable, please don't strain. Just doing the version that suits you this morning. And let's exhale and bring the hands here. Good. So we're just going to come back to Tadasana and we're going to raise the back leg. So all I'm going to do is take my right leg behind me and just come forwards gently, holding onto the back of the chair, raising my head, looking towards the ceiling. Look at my hands, they've slid down, holding on to the sides of the chair now, or the top. I'm trying to raise my sternum and chest, look forwards, raising the back leg, and my left leg is strong, it's rooting down. Again, you don't have to come this high, you may just be here, that's fine. I want you to lift the sternum, get the stretch here, from the belly up to the throat, we're lengthening. And again, just make sure your spine feels comfortable. Hold and breathe. And release. Such a lovely stretch. Now do take lots of care. Make sure you feel comfortable raising the leg. And you don't have to raise that back leg particularly high to feel the stretch. Let's try the left side. Right leg is strong and straight. And we dip down. Hands coming here. Lift the chest and sternum. Push that left leg away. Reach the left heel away. Get that lovely stretch in the front body. Hold and breathe for several deep breaths. Nice deep breathing. One more full breath for those that are still there. Hang on in there. Well done. And exhale. Good work, yogis. Now we'll just do a little squat and then we'll come back to our seats for a nice twist. So I want you to take the feet as wide as your chair legs. Bring them in a bit if you've got really wide legs, or wide chair rather. Toes out, heels in, hands resting on the chair. We're going to go into a squat. What we don't want to do is push the bottom out. We want the tailbone, that's the pointy part of the spine, to reach down towards the earth. Gazing ahead, hands on the chair. Let's go. Inhale. Looking ahead, hold that for 2 deep breaths. Again, keep that torso pointing downwards, okay? Hold onto the chair for support. Wonderful for our quadricep muscles, our thighs, very strengthening for the knees. Won't want to hold it for too long. Exhale, up we come. We're going to do that 3 times. Breathing in, down we go. Go a little lower. Again, aim to keep the tailbone pointing down towards the earth, gazing ahead, breathing into the stretch. Oh, I can feel that on my knees and thighs now. Exhale, come up. Once more if we can. Here we go. Inhale. Go a little lower if you can. Don't have to again. We're not here, remember, to strain. But if you can, go a little lower. Gazing ahead. Breathing. Keep the toes soft and long. Breathing into that deep stretch. And exhale up. Excellent work. Okay, yogis. Let's come back to sitting on our chairs now. Okay, we're going to do a nice spinal twist now. So if you need a block underneath your feet, grab that. I want you to sit to the side of your chair, okay? So sitting to the side of your chair, both feet anchored down, and take your hands to the middle of the back of the chair again. Not on the top if you can help it, the middle of the chair. Feet anchored down, hip width apart, and we turn to look towards not only the back of the chair, but perhaps the wall or window. We want to aim to twist from that low belly. So, showing you from behind so that you get an idea, a better idea. My hands, again, to the sides of the chair, gazing ahead. And I'm trying to keep the spine tall and lengthen here. This is where I want to keep the opening in the shoulders. Breathing, holding for 3 slow breaths. Great way for wringing out the tension that we hold in the spine. So pushing our bottom into the floor, lengthening through the spine. And again, really rooting down those feet so that we feel grounded and strong. And we're twisting from the low belly. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, we come back to the center. And then we're going to pick the feet up, swivel round to the other side. Okay, getting comfortable, feet again hip width apart. It's really important that the feet are on the floor or on a block. Hands again to the center of the back of the chair. And again, trying to keep the spine tall. Shoulders, we want to not do this. We want to keep this opening here because it's such a lovely stretch for the shoulders. And the yogis, we've got about 5 minutes, so we're coming into the last few postures now, twisting to the opposite side. We're doing a seated spinal twist. Take some nice deep breaths, just noticing again those left and right differences. Aim for 2 more deep breaths here. Nice and slowly as well, don't rush your breath. Do take your time. Twists are important if we can hold them that bit longer, because we really do help to wring out the tension in the spine. Keep those shoulders as open and as relaxed as you can. One more deep breath in and slowly returning to the center. Good work, yogis. So we have a few more minutes left. Let's just do a little bit of work for lung capacity. So important with everything that's going on that we keep the lungs clear, and we also work on respiratory health. That's so good for when the pollen count is high as well. So if you do have asthma, or if you do suffer from hay fever, excellent to do in the morning. again, take care, don't strain. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the arms together, then we're going to interlace the fingers here with a bit of shoulder work. We're going to inhale and push the palms away at shoulder height. Exhale, bring them back. Inhale, we're going to take the arms away, just about forehead height, looking forwards. And exhale, bringing the hands back to rest on the sternum. And lastly, inhale, looking forwards, taking the arms all the way up. And exhale, bringing them back. So again, great for if you're working in the garden today or the office. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, push the palms away, shoulder height, straighten the arms. Exhale, fingers are interlaced, bring them back to the sternum. Inhale, taking the arms as high as the forehead, and exhale back. Last time, inhale, raising, looking forwards, and exhale back to the sternum. Let's do that whole practice once more. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in a little higher, breathing out. Last time, inhale up and exhale. Good. And relax. Let's just do one little exercise for the sides. I'm going to hold on to the side of the chair, raise my left arm and come across. Hold that for 3 breaths. Feel that lovely stretch in the intercostal muscles, in the side ribs. Nice deep breathing. And exhale. Let's switch sides. Come up and over, gazing ahead. Again, trying to remind our body it's coming sideways, not forwards. 1 or 2 more deep breaths there. And release. Okay, yogis, let's inhale, raise the arms up, looking forwards, crossing the wrists over. Exhale, bring the arms down. We do that again. Inhale, arms up, crossing the opposite way, and exhale, resting them. And we keep going. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, crossing the arms over the opposite way, breathing out. Inhale, exhale, great for that lung capacity. Inhale, crossing the wrists over. Exhale, 4 more. Inhale, exhale, 3 more. Inhale, looking forwards though. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale, crossing wrists over one way. Exhale, and finally as we go up, we cross the wrists over the opposite way. And exhale, good. Okay, yogis, let's just roll those shoulders 4 times backwards. Coming to the end of the practice soon. Settling down now. Couple of minutes. That's it, forwards and backwards a few times. Notice if this area feels a little looser now. And then bringing the feet about hip width apart. Let's have the palms resting on the lap. That's a sense of anchoring and feeling grounded. And I just want you to close the eyes. Let's take advantage of these few minutes that we've got left, just to allow the breath and the body to settle. No more chair yoga. Closing the mouth gently and just drawing your awareness back to your breathing. I want you to take long, even breaths through the nostrils. It's important that we allow ourselves a couple of minutes to allow the breath to rest and return to a normal, natural, relaxed respiratory rate. So we're just giving the breath time to pause and relax. It's an ideal opportunity to take the mind on a little journey as well through your body and to notice how you now feel physically, being aware of any sensations as you relax and as you allow your breath and body to just settle again. Just checking in with how you now feel. Sitting with a tall spine, feet anchoring down, and simply giving yourself a few minutes for the breath to relax and the body to become quiet and still. Well, yogis, it's time for me to say goodbye for now. Thank you very much for attending. Go well, stay well. Om Shanti Peace. And join us for 2 o'clock meditation if you can. Again, do feedback if you enjoyed the session. Take